Hi, it's Cam Delaney from Premier Property. I'm here at the Landlord and Letting Show, and I've just delivered a seminar, and we're networking, and I'm here with Kelly Wallace, who is working at Tenancy deposit schemes. So, Kelly, hi.
Hiya.
So, something very useful for landlords. We all understand that tenancy deposit schemes are mandatory, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
So, why would you say? What do you think the landlords really need to consider when it comes to tenancy deposit? What's the most commonly asked question that you get from landlords about tenancy?
Yeah, I mean, at events like this, which are landlord focused, we have lots of different types of landlords. So we have corporate landlords, we have the accidental landlords, ones who have perhaps inherited properties, are just kind of coming into this industry. A lot of them ask, what is tenancy deposit protection? You know, do I need to do it? As you said, it is mandatory. It's part of the Housing Act, the legislation. They have to register or lodge a deposit within 30 days of receipt.
So just for clarity, 30 days we're going to see we've got to protect that deposit, and it is mandatory, so we've all got to do it. As landlords, you all have to do this. And what do you find when people actually don't do that? What are the pitfalls?
So we don't police the legislation, it's down to the courts. So we offer the service to allow them to comply with the legislation. If they don't comply, there is the potential of 1 and 3 times the deposit as a fine. It also means that they would not be able to rely on a Section 21 notice to gain possession of the property, which is obviously quite a big issue.
Well, that's a big one, isn't it? It's a key one. So it's very important that we keep legislation. And legislation at Premier Property, we find it's always moving, and it's continuously about adapting and really being in an environment where you can actually really learn what's working right now, what we need to know. Like I say, it's adapting all the time. So, absolutely right. So, agree with you. We need to get it right. We're going to make sure that we're going to protect that scheme. And what other tip or golden nugget or a piece of information would you give to the landlord? Something that can help them and assist them to make sure they're doing things correctly when it comes to tenancy deposit.
I mean, the biggest one that we see at the end of the tenancy is the dispute resolution that we offer. So landlords, if they're not using a letting agent doing it themselves, one of my biggest tips would probably be to make sure you're doing things like your check-in reports, your inventories. At the end of the tenancy, if they want to make a claim on the deposit, they want to make deductions, they don't have a check-in, a check-out report, those kind of things, we can't see the condition start at the end, and we find it very hard to make an award to a landlord. So that would be my biggest thing to landlord, make sure you have those documents.
Yeah, that is a real big one, Kelly. And what I would add to that is being an investor developer and having a portfolio and sharing with other people how to do this. The key point I find is to make sure it's an independent individual, because then it's very easy for you to actually say, look, Mr. Tenant, Miss Tenant, independent inventory. It's unbiased. Does that help?
Yeah, I mean, we see both. We will accept the evidence on face value. So if we receive a document that's done independently by the landlord, that's absolutely fine. If we see one that's done by a third-party inventory clerk, that's also fine. We do get that asked a lot by landlords. Do I need to do it myself? Do I need to have a company? There's no right or wrong answer. As long as the inventory details the right information and it's given to the tenant, they have the opportunity to view it, then that's absolutely fine.
Very useful point. Thank you for your time. It's Cam Delaney at Premier Property, and we're here with Kelly at TDS. Now, if you're enjoying these tips, if you're finding these very useful, feel free to subscribe to our channel. And we've got lots more tips there, lots more information for you to share. So feel free to do that now.